Empaths, people that can feel other people's energy. This is both a superpower and sometimes a curse on the other side of the spectrum. Because you gain, out of survival, this amazing ability to tune to everybody else. You know when you walk into a room how people feel about you. You know how the friends in your life feel when you say you don't want to do something. If you were to say no to something to do with a family member or something, there's an expectation there, and you can feel that. And when you feel that, it doesn't even feel like it's their energy. It feels like it's your energy. So what happens is, as this survival mechanism that we had as a kid, what we did when we were younger, normally before 5 years old, is we move the energy from the bottom 3 chakras of the root, sacral, and solar plexus. We move it up into this amazing ability to perceive of what everyone else is thinking and feeling. And then what happens is we start modifying ourselves so that we can then act according to what will get that validation and approval. Is this making sense? So this is the pattern that stems from that, of a deeper core of some form of abandonment wound. Feeling abandoned. Feeling like mom or dad physically left and weren't able to meet my needs as a kid. So I first learned about this years ago. I went through a whole phase where my dad, growing up, my dad was a people pleaser, nice guy. He still is. People pleaser, nice guy, where it's like he's very nice, and everyone would say he's such a nice guy, but he would attract people. It's the funny thing sometimes about this people pleaser, nice guy kind of empathic thing, is that sometimes they attract narcissists. Any of you empaths ever attracted narcissists? It happens. There's actually something to learn from narcissism, by the way. The thing to learn, the thing that a narcissist does that attracts an empath, is an empath wants to give themselves, wants to tune themselves, give themselves to then get the validation, the approval, and the safety of something on the external. Then on the other side of the spectrum, you have that of a narcissist who's on the toxic side of feeling in their self. What they do is they will manipulate everyone else around them to get their own needs met. And what happens is then they are actually in a strong sense of self, even though it's toxic. But the empath over here doesn't really even have a strong sense of self. So empaths attract narcissists to learn something from them, to learn how to be in their own sense of self. And the narcissist will constantly test the empath until they get the lesson. And sometimes the lesson is, no more, I'm out.